Hey, you. I want to give you a quick tool for what we call triggers. This word is so over excessively used right now. I think 3 out of every 5 people that I meet tells me, oh my gosh, I just have a trigger, because we're owning these identities and these diagnoses, and we're using them to kind of cloud us checking in for ourselves. And I really want to be quick this morning. I want to leave you with a few tools, because not everything that happens in this life is something that we are supposed to struggle through. As a matter of fact, 99% of the things that we face, we witness, we observe are just things for us to be on one part of the realm or this dimension and observe someone, something, a conversation, a story, and just be an observer of it and not a participant, right? And because of this, we are emotional hoarders. I don't know why, but we are. We're like sponges, as old as we are as adults and as young as we can be. We just learn to disqualify the beautiful effects and the beautiful job that our nervous system has when we are accountable for how we react to things. So many of us are walking on overload. I don't know. It's been happening all 2025. It's happened all our lives, but I think it's been on earth much, much, much more for 2025. And I know why. Energetically, it's the time for it. And coming down to December, especially for us who are still holding on to, oh my gosh, overbearing wounds and stories and the archetypes of sadness or fear or trauma, or holding on to hate, especially bitterness and anger. Oh my gosh, very heavy. And every opportunity will present itself to you, especially in this month. And if you take it over to 2026, it's going to feel like you're fighting your own war, but it really is internal. And all these people are showing up, and all these old time stories are showing up, and you're getting these dreams of things you never remembered. Please do not try to brush them under the carpet anymore, because the reason why you are experiencing them now is because your soul is ready to declutter. Going to the end of the year, we Jamaican people, me a Jamaican girl, right? And for a Jamaican girl, we always know that going to December month, my mother, and I think every other mother in the Caribbean, we change curtains, we change the bedding, we change everything. It's like a complete reset coming to the end of the year, especially before Christmas Day, because the new year must not find you with the same sheets and the same spreads and the same curtains. I mean, they change everything, and the settings on the table, everything is changed, right? But I think it was a physical act, but it also mirrors to a very spiritual act, that we need to always be decluttering ourselves, because sometimes unconsciously we carry on, we call in, we attract other energies that aren't ours. It does not belong to us. It's somebody else's story. And I'll give you an example. For example, you're watching something on telly, or you're witnessing something on the newscast, whatever it is, which most of them are propagated, whatever, anyway, to usher in what, I don't like to use the word mind control, but to control how you think or how you seep further down in your fear, right? And it's something that you're witnessing from where you are, simply to observe it, but you pull yourself into it and you start to use words. Oh my gosh, what's happening to that person? It should have been me. Or, oh my gosh, I wish I could take it from them. These words are so powerful. And let me leave this with you. Every word, and when I learned this, it blew my mind. Every word that you use has a resonance that goes with it. It has a frequency that's attached to it. So, for people who do music or beats or whatever, and the A note has one sound, one frequency, and the B note has another one, if I'm talking the right language for music, right? So every sound that you utter from your mouth has an energy attached to it, because our first language is not syllables. It has nothing to do with English, French, Spanish. Nope, nope. It's frequency. We receive messages from the ethereal realm in sound waves and beautiful light spectrums and frequencies. You have no idea. It's not words, ba, ka. It's not ABCs, right? So what I've learned is understanding not even how people think, but as much as how animals, as simple as animals, they visualize what you are seeing in your inside. And children do too. And they feel the energy and they connect every energy with a pattern. So when you're angry, a child or an animal knows that pattern of anger or that frequency of anger. It never changes. And when you're happy, they know. And this is why when you have animals, oh my gosh, I'm getting so much information about animals. I don't know what to do with them. It's like I'm writing, I'm recording, I'm writing, I'm recording, but I'll share it soon. But animals or young children, before we start to impart upon them fear and you're not good enough and that type of stuff, they pattern your energy. They don't listen to your words as much as you think, oh my gosh, they're very, very, they listen well. If you find yourself being sad around your animal, I want you to observe them. Don't judge them because they chose you, You didn't choose your animals. And they basically mirror that pattern with sadness, and they will find every reason to cuddle up on you or to alert you, or if you're tapping into an energy or a thought that makes you feel less than, or it's making you just fall into depression, this animal will try to find everything to distract you. It's not because, oh, animals are funny. It's because they're sensing the pattern, which never changes. Whether it's a sadness or it's a happiness or it's falling into depression or it's anger, and they start to picture what you're thinking. So I want you to know that your thoughts are powerhouses. You are a conduit, you are always receiving messages, but you're also sending messages. True, we are always in this exchange back and forth of receiving and giving. And I want you to be aware of this. Why? Because I want you to be accountable of the things that trigger you. Now, we always say that our bodies, oh gosh, I don't have control. That's why I'm angry. I snapped. No, you didn't. Your mind is your thinker. Always remember this. Your mind is the analyzer, the one that gives you all the stories and embeds in here the programming of everything you think. So if I'm holding on to a thought to say I'm not good enough, and I hold on to that long enough, which long enough is probably just even 10, 20 seconds, right? My mind holds on to that frequency that is attached to me saying that I'm not worthy, not good enough, and it beds it here. It becomes a lifelong memory until I declutter that. Yeah. So every time I witness something that is similar to that frequency, to that sound, to that emotion, to that feeling, the mind goes back to say, wait, we have saved that somewhere. Maybe when you were 6 years old. Wait, let's go there. This is what we call a trigger. So the person in front of you, the story or the situation that you are facing now is not the root of your trigger, but it is similar to it. In the Christian faith, we say we call it familiar spirits, yeah, because energy is spirit, just the same. And what happens with you is immediately your mind starts to go back and it reboots itself. Oh gosh, go back to that memory, and not just that one memory. It goes to every single memory, everything you ever witnessed. That's the same. That usually starts your trigger. Now, the reason why we say we're always triggered is because we never get to go to the root of the problem, because we spread a beautiful Persian rug over it and we just don't want to look at it. So because of that, we think everyone triggers us, everything triggers us, but it's because we need to go to the root and pull it out. So let me tell you, an emergency reset that I teach in my community and to everyone that I coach. Now, I want you to honor yourself. When you start to find out that you're having a trigger, I want you to always remember, wait, my mind is telling me a story. And what I tell you to do is stop everything that you're doing for 60 seconds. 60 seconds. You deserve 60 seconds, don't you? Especially to check yourself. So stop everything for 60 seconds and you become one with your breath. Once it's safe to do so, yeah? If you can close your eyes, better. And while you're doing this, the message you're sending to your nervous system, and your nervous system is the bridge between mind, body, and soul. Your nervous system starts to realize, okay, she's grounding herself or himself so I can calm down. Because otherwise, you feel the restriction in your solar plexus, which is in your gut, in your stomach, and in your chest and your throat. And it's like tightening up. Why? Because your body starts to put this alarm system up that you created. Even if you weren't conscious, you did it. so long ago to say anytime an opportunity comes up for me to speak up, I need to shut up, because when I was 6, they always told me to shut up. I got in trouble. The mind imprints that to say, okay, I will protect you as long as you live until you change this programming. I will make sure that even if I make you nauseous, make you anxious, stiffen your chest, I will send a signal to you to say, hey, in order to be safe, don't speak up. You're not worthy. All these things, I want you to understand. There is a universe in this beautiful unit we have. You have no idea. I will speak more on this as I learn. Our bodies isn't just flesh and bones. I want us to be accountable to, oh gosh, to look at your body, to say, oh my God, I thank you. So you pause for 60 seconds first. This is the reset, yeah? And when you do, I want you to ground yourself. And you can ground yourself any kind of way. You can make sure your foot are flat on the floor, because it helps your body to say, I'm anchored in, yeah? And if you can walk, just take a walk. If you can't take a walk, just sit in silence. If you can't sit in silence, I have this thing where I pour water and coffee at the same time, which I'm pouring water and I'm listening to the coffee machine. I used to do this a long time ago, because while I'm drinking the water, it's like I get lost in the sound of the coffee machine. I just find something for 60 seconds or so to anchor me in, yeah? And then as soon as I'm doing that, it gives me enough pause to now do an analysis. Wait, where is this sadness, this anger, this fear? Where is it coming from? Because we need to pause before we react to all these things. And it allows you to say, oh, it's that thing that that person said. It pisses me off so much, you know, or it ticks me off, or I'm so angry, or I'm so sad and I don't know why. And your body is simply saying to you, wait, I'm giving you the choice, the power of choice to say, something just happened and your mind's telling you a story that you embedded there. Wait, Nick, do you still want to react to this thing in the same way by adding darkness to it? By adding more sadness, more fear? So the reason why your body allows you to feel sensations, which can be restrictions, tightness, expansion, whatever it is, it's giving you the power of choice. And we keep flipping it the other side to say we're losing power. No, you're not. So the first thing you do, stop everything for 60 seconds. You honor your body, because it's telling you something and it's time for you to listen. So when you feel a trigger coming on, whether you feel the pressing of sadness, the explosion of anger, or whether you feel yourself shrinking or tensing up because you're feeling timid or scared or unsafe, your body is asking you, wait, let's pause before we react to this. Give yourself 60 seconds. And then I want you to anchor in by grounding yourself anywhere you can, sitting in silence, simply focusing on something else, focusing on 5 things that you can see within this moment, focusing on 1 thing that you can smell. Just anchor yourself in and take yourself out of that dimensional thought, yeah? And the last thing I want you to do is identify, what is this? And you can simply say to yourself, with all honesty, I don't want you to be a liar to yourself, right now I feel upset. Breathe. Anchor it in. But this is not my emotion. And then I want you to translate it how you would prefer. And you can say, I choose to. And whatever you choose to do. I choose to ignore this. I choose to play some music. I choose to take a walk. I choose to retell this bloody story. Because you know what? Every time somebody says that, it triggers me, and I choose not to be affected by this anymore. And you sit with yourself and you honor yourself, give yourself the grace to start to apply sensory truths to the things that your body is sending you. Your mind tells a story. Many times it's not yours, but your body never lies. This is my Monday nugget for you. Take it gracefully. Allow yourself to send you these messages, because everything you feel in your body is your body sending you information. It's not trying to hurt you. It's trying to regularize your emotions, because we were never taught how to access our powerhouses of being responsible for what we think. So for the rest of this week, be accountable for your thoughts, because they are strong energies and they usually ripple right back through you. Be accountable for the words you speak, because they also have an energy and they carry with them a frequency that does not change. And be accountable to the things you choose to react to, because you're not losing control, you have control. And I want you to be very accountable for everything you choose to react to, because most of them aren't your stories. So leave them alone. Enjoy the rest of your week. It's a beautiful new week. Start it the way you choose to. Feel it in your gut, your solar plexus. I have an intention. Every single day you wake up, set your intention for your day. My intention today is joy and happiness, and I've already created that, which means that's all I expect to experience. And if I see anything otherwise, I know that in that moment it's a teaching moment for me, so I can observe it. I ask for joy and happiness, but right now I'm witnessing, or I'm experiencing something that's the opposite, which means this is a teaching moment for me, or I'm supposed to hold space to teach somebody else. This is all that happens in life. So allow yourself to always be aware of your superpower. Your superpower is your awareness of your present state and knowing that you have a choice to always add light to every situation. Okay? Bye.